So today we are going to discuss about the divided differences and their properties. So today most probably we will discuss about the divided difference only, and next class we will discuss about the properties of divided difference. Okay. So assume that we have n plus 1 data. We have an unknown function whose n plus 1 data are x0 comma y0, x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, etc. xn comma yn. Please note we have n plus 1 data. So what is the largest degree of polynomial that we can interpolate? We can interpolate a polynomial with a maximum of nth degree, right? We can interpolate an nth degree polynomial. Maximum. In some situation, after fifth row, we already discussed about that in finite difference case. If after the fourth row, if the fifth row elements are completely zero, then even if we have something around 10 or 1000 or 10,000 data, if the fifth difference elements are completely zero, then definitely we can fit the data using fourth degree polynomial. I told you that. Okay. So that is definitely but maximum we can, by using n plus 1 data, maximum we can find an nth degree polynomial. Beyond that, it is not possible. Okay. So say this one is the tabular color representation of the given data x0, y0, x1, y1, etc. xn comma yn. So now we are going to please note the discussion about the divided difference table is similar to the finite difference table with a slight difference. Okay. So first we are going to discuss about the divided difference of order 1. So please note the divided difference of order is generally represented by using a square bracket. A square bracket is used to represent a divided difference. Now the order of that divided difference can be identified by using the number of elements written inside that square bracket. If it is an order 1, if it is a divided difference of order 1, then inside the square bracket we have two adjacent elements. Please note these given data, for a time being, the given data are not a finite data, means the given data are not evenly spaced, that is unevenly spaced, and that one is not carrying any order, so it's a disorder points. So still, if you have two adjacent elements inside the square bracket, then we can call it as a divided difference of order 1. Okay. So please note divided difference is represented by using a square bracket, and if it is an order 1 divided difference, then inside the square bracket we will have two adjacent elements. Understood? Is it okay all of you? Okay. So you can say how many elements are there if it is a divided difference of order 2? How many elements will be there? So please note if it is 1, then two elements are there inside the square bracket, two adjacent elements. If it is order 2, then three adjacent elements are there inside the square bracket. So please note always divided difference is used to represent this, means divided difference is represented by using square bracket, and number of adjacent elements inside the square bracket indicates the order of that divided difference. If you have two elements, then 1 is the divided difference. If you have 3 elements, then 2 is the order. If you have n plus 1 elements, then n is the order. So please note that. So first we are going to discuss about the first order divided difference. So that is xi comma xi plus 1 inside the square bracket, means two adjacent points, where I is from 0 to n minus 1. I is from 0 to n minus 1, means we are starting from first point. It is something similar to forward finite difference. It is similar to forward finite difference. We are starting from the first number. So what is x0 comma x1? This one is a first order divided difference at x0. This is corresponding to x0. At x0, what is the first order divided difference? Or at x0, what is the divided difference of order 1? That is nothing but x0, comma x1. Is it clear? So please note, inside square bracket, if it is x0, comma x1, that is corresponding to x0. Is it okay? Okay. Okay. So we are going to discuss about each divided difference of order 1. So first take this one itself, that is divided difference x0, comma x1. So the divided difference of order 1 x0, comma x1 is equal to y0 minus y1 divided by x0 minus x1. Divided difference of order 1 x0, comma x1 is equal to y0 minus y1 divided by x0 minus x1. And what is the position of this one? This particular thing. So this one is the position of x0, comma x1. And what is the current value, that is y0 minus the next value y1 divided by the current independent variable x0 minus the next independent variable x1. Please note x0, comma x1, where x0 is a current and x1 is a next. So x0, comma x1 means divided difference of order 1 x0, comma x1 is equal to current value y0 minus next value y1 divided by current independent variable x0 minus the next independent variable x1. Any doubt? Okay, thank you. So this is x0, comma x1, and I told you this one is the position. This one is the position. Okay. So now you can say the first order divided difference corresponding to x1. What is that? Please tell me. What is the first order divided difference? So first use a square bracket because it's divided different. So corresponding to x1. So definitely the first element is x1. If it is first order divided difference, two adjacent elements are there. So if it is x1 is the first element, what is the next one? Yes, exactly, x2. The current element and the next element. So x1, comma x2. So divided difference of order 1 at x1 is equal to, in square bracket, x1, comma x2. And what is the expression? Yes, correct. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Any argument? Others? Yes. y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. Exactly. Both are correct. Both are correct. Okay, so in next class we will discuss about the similarity of argument. This one is a similarity of arguments. Means this x1, comma x2 is nothing but x2, comma x1. Both are correct. If it is x1, comma x2, corresponding to x1 we have y1 minus corresponding to x2 we have y2 divided by x1 minus x2. Okay, corresponding to x2, comma x1 means if it is x2, comma x1, then corresponding to x2 we have y2 minus corresponding to x1 we have y1 divided by x2 minus x1. But the interesting thing is both are same. Means the first divided difference x1, comma x2 is equal to x2, comma x1. Both are correct. So the direction of divided difference is not important here. Whether it is from top to bottom or bottom to top, both are giving the same value. Is it okay, all of you? Okay, so don't worry about whether it is x1, comma x2 or x2, comma x1. Both will give the same value. The only thing is we need adjacent elements. Okay, so here also, if the first one is y2, then denominator also, the first one must be x2. Don't exchange these two. If it is y2, the denominator we have x2. Then here we have y1, then denominator we have x1. If you are exchanging the numerator thing, if you are swapping the numerator elements, then we have to swap the denominator elements also. Like this one. Okay. So please note, the first divided difference x1 comma x2 is equal to y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. We already proved that that is also equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, but I will explain this in next class. Okay, so please note, first order divided difference at x1 comma x2 is equal to y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2, and this one is marked at this position. So this one is a position of x1 comma x2, because we are calculating from top to bottom. Please note that from top to bottom we are calculating. So first we calculated corresponding to x0, that is x0 comma x1. Then we calculated corresponding to x1, means x1 comma x2, because we are from top to bottom. We are calculating each element from top to bottom. If you are calculating from bottom to top, that is not required for us. Okay, but if you are doing that, then we have to change the argument. We have to write it as x2 comma x1. Then here we have to write x1 comma x0. But the interesting thing is we are not going to do that. That is not required for us. Okay. So please note, x1 comma x2 is equal to y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2, and that is the position of that element is this one. That is the second element corresponding to x1 row. This one is x1 row, and corresponding to x1 row we have the first order divided difference x1 comma x2. Now you can say the next element. What is the next element? Corresponding to x2. If you are calculating from top to bottom, corresponding to x2, what we have? Yes, x2 and x3. x2 comma x3. Very good. Yes, exactly. We have x2 comma x3. Now etc. etc. Now corresponding to xn minus 1, what we have? Here what we have? Yes, we have xn minus 1 comma xn in square bracket xn minus 1 comma xn. Corresponding to xn minus 1 we have yn minus 1 minus corresponding to xn we have yn divided by xn minus 1 minus xn. xn minus 1 minus xn. Okay, so the position of this one is this one, means corresponding to xn minus 1. Okay, so this is the nth divided difference of order 1. You have n plus 1 data, so you have n first order divided differences, where the nth first order divided difference is in square bracket xn minus 1 comma xn. What is the next one? Corresponding to xn. What is the divided difference? Yes, but as xn plus 1 comma yn plus 1 are not available, we can't measure it. So that is not available. So that is why I am saying this is similar to first order divided, first order finite different, forward different, last element is not available. Okay, because xn plus 1 comma yn plus 1 is not available. So please note, if you have n plus 1 data, then we have n divided difference of order 1. We have n first order divided differences. So please note this one, means the last data is not available. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. Okay, thank you. So now we are going to discuss about the second order divided difference or divided difference of order 2. So divided difference, I told you square bracket is used to represent divided difference, and we are discussing about order 2 divided difference. So how many elements are there? 3 elements. If xi is the current point, I told you we are calculating from top to bottom. So if xi is the current element, what are the remaining elements? We need the adjacent elements. So next one is xi plus 1, xi plus 1. The next one is xi plus 2, xi plus 2. So please note, divided difference of order 2 is represented by using in square bracket xi comma xi plus 1 comma xi plus 2, where xi plus 1, xi plus 2 are the adjacent datas. Is it clear? So this is divided difference of order 2. So corresponding to x0, what is the second order divided difference? In square bracket, what we have to write? Exactly. x0, x1, x2. So x0 comma in square bracket x0 comma x1 comma x2 is the divided difference of order 2 corresponding to the row x0. This is a row corresponding to x0, and the corresponding divided difference is square bracket x0 comma x1 comma x2. And what is the expression required? So here it is something different from the forward difference, finite forward difference. Numerator is similar to the finite forward difference. In finite forward difference, how we are finding the difference? Next value minus current value. Here, instead of that, we are using current value and the next value. That is one difference we already noted from this one. x0 comma x1 is y0 minus y1 divided by x0 minus x1. Okay. So here also, the numerator is the difference between the current previous element, that is this one is the previous column, its current element, that is square bracket x0 comma x1, square bracket x0 comma x1 minus, what is the next one? What is the next element of first order divided difference? x1 comma x2, x1 comma x2. So this is numerator. So numerator of this expression is x0 comma x1 minus x1 comma x2. Now what is denominator? Denominator is the extreme left element, that is x0 minus extreme right element, that is x2. So please note x0, x1, x2 is equal to x0 comma x1 minus x1 comma x2 divided by x0 minus x2. So this is divided difference of order 2 at position corresponding to x0. So x0 comma x1 comma x2 is equal to x0 comma x1 minus x1 comma x2 divided by x0 minus x2. So expression point of view, you can remember this one. First to 2 minus last 2 divided by first element minus last element. Please note, inside this square bracket we have 3 elements. So if we have 3 elements, then first 2 minus last 2 divided by first element minus last element. Expression point of view. I am repeating, expression point of view. Is it okay? So please note, this is first 2 is x0 comma x1 minus last 2 is x1 comma x2 divided by first element is x0 minus last element is x2. Means if it is 1, if it is 1.1, then if it is 1.2, then say this is 4, this is 5. Okay, for convenience we can take 1.3, x2 is 1.3, 1, 1.1, 1.3. So you can see that this is not finite data. Now say 4, 5, 7. So can you say x0 comma x1? This 4 minus 5 divided by 4 minus 5 divided by this 1 minus 1.1. So I think it is 10, right? So this is 10, okay. So that is corresponding to this one. Now corresponding to x1, what is divided difference? x1 comma x2. Means 5 minus 7, 5, that is a current value, this is a current value, minus next value is 7 divided by current x element, that is 1.1, minus the next x element, that is 1.3. So I think this is also 10, right? 2 by 0.2 minus 2 by minus 0.2, that is 10. Is it okay, all of you? So this is also 10. Now what about this element? So here expression point of view, I told you first two element minus last two element divided by first element minus last element. But if you are uh, finding the value from the previous column, how to do that? So at that point, if you are finding an element, so it will have a numerator and denominator. So numerator point of view, go through the previous column, its current value minus the previous value. That is similar to the finite forward difference. Current value minus previous value, that is 10 minus 10. The first 10 minus the second 10. What about the denominator? So denominator you have to take an extra care. This we are finding the second order divided difference. And what is this position? This position is corresponding to x0. So first one is x0, that is 1. Minus, what is the second element? We are finding the second order divided difference. So already x0 is considered. Now what is the second next element? We can't take the second element. We have to take this second element if it is a first order divided difference. If it is a second order divided difference, x point of view, you have to take the second next element of x0. x0 is a current point. Then in denominator, you have to take the second next element of x0, that is x2. Means this is x2. Here also that is not 1.1, 1.3 you have to take. Any doubt? Okay, so here you have to take an extra care. Otherwise, you will write 1 minus 1.1. If you are writing 1 minus 1.1, that is wrong. Please note that. If you are calculating second divided difference, you have to take x0 minus x2. Don't take x0 minus x1. Okay. So always take current value and second next value. If x0 is a current value, second next value is x2. If x1 is a current value, for this one, x1 is the current element, then second next element is not x2, that is x3. That you have to remember. Numerator point of view, there is no problem, there is no need to worry. You can go through the previous column, you can take the current element minus the next element. At that point, there is no need to take the second next element. Don't do that. Numerator point of view, current element minus the next element, always. But denominator point of view, current element minus the second next element, if it is second order divided difference. Okay, so please remember that. So x0 comma x1 comma x2 is equal to x0 comma x1 minus x1 comma x2 divided by x0 minus x2. And what is the position? This is the position of x0 comma x1 comma x2. That is, this is corresponding to x0. Okay, so x0 comma x1 comma x2 is equal to in square bracket x0 comma x1 comma x2 is equal to square bracket x0 comma x1 minus square bracket x1 comma x2 divided by x0 minus x2. So these two are the adjacent elements always. In first order divided difference, these two are the adjacent elements, but these are not adjacent elements. x2 is the second next element of x0. Okay, now corresponding to x1, what we have? What is the second order divided difference corresponding to x1? Again we have square bracket. And what is the first element? x1, x2 and x3. What about this? Are you agreeing with this? Yes, okay. So x1 comma x2 x3. And how can we write this expression? This one is equal to, what about the numerator? First two. What is the first two? x1 comma x2. So that is the first two minus, what is the last two? x2 comma x3. x2 comma x3 divided by, what is the first element? x1. What is the last element? x3. Means x3 is the second last element of x1. Two way you can say x1 is the first element of this expression, x3 is the last element of this expression. That is one way. Second way is x3 is the second last element of x1. Okay. So this is the second order divider difference corresponding to x1, and the corresponding position is this. Okay. Now what is the next element? You can say, you can write that. So what is the next element? x2, x3, x4. Yes, correct. x2, x3, x4 is the next element. Okay, etc., etc. Up to what point we can find? Up to what point? You can see that we have x0 to xn. So y is also from y0 to yn because these are the given data. Now, if you are finding the first order divided difference, you can find from x0 up to xn minus 1. Up to xn minus 1, you can find first order divided difference. So, what about second order divided difference? Yes, you can find up to xn minus 2. You can find up to xn minus 2. Is it okay? So, you can write corresponding to xn minus 2, you have xn minus 2, that is the first element. The next two elements are xn minus 1, comma xn. Okay. So, you can see that the end point is reached here. That is why we are not finding the next one. That is why we are not finding xn minus 1, comma xn plus 1. That is not available. So, we can find up to xn minus 2. Okay. So, this is equal to first two, that is xn minus 2, comma xn minus 1, xn minus 1 minus xn minus 1, comma xn divided by the first element xn minus 2, first element of this expression xn minus 2 minus the last element of this expression x. Okay. So, the last element in this column is xn minus 2, comma xn minus 1, comma xn is equal to xn minus 2, comma xn minus 1 minus xn minus 1, comma xn divided by xn minus 2 minus xn. So, that is this one. This one is a position corresponding to xn minus 2, corresponding to xn minus 2. And how we are finding this one? This different, this one minus this one divided by this element minus the second next element, that is xn. So, this is, please note, xn minus 2, comma xn minus 1, that is this element minus xn minus 1, comma xn, that is this element, divided by denominator is xn minus 2 minus second next element, that is xn. So, this is the last element of second order divided difference. So, I think there is no doubt. So, how many second order divided difference terms are there? If you have n plus 1 data, how many second order divided differences are there? Yes, you have n plus 1 given data, you have n first order divided difference, you have n minus 1 second order divided difference. So, n minus 1 divided differences of order 2 are there. Now, what is the next divided difference? What is the next one? Divided difference of order 3. Am I correct? So, if it is divided difference of order 3, then inside square bracket, how many elements are there? Xi, 4 adjacent elements, xi, comma, xi plus 1, comma, xi plus 2, comma, xi plus 3. So please note, for the pth order divided difference, a square bracket is used, and inside the square bracket p plus 1 adjacent elements are there. For pth order divided difference, p plus 1 adjacent elements are there. Okay, for the pth order divided difference. Okay, and in that particular column, in the pth order divided difference column, you can see n plus 1 minus p elements. You can see n plus 1 minus p elements. If you are finding the pth order divided difference, then again a square bracket is used, and inside the square bracket p plus 1 elements are there inside the square bracket. Then in that particular column you can find n plus 1 minus p elements. N plus 1 minus p elements. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. So I am not writing the third order divided difference. This is an expression. I am going to write the last one, the nth order divided difference. So the divided difference of order n is, please write that. What is the divided difference of order n? Please note, we have n plus 1 data. So my question is, how many nth order divided differences are there? How many nth order divided difference are there? We have n plus 1 elements, so please always note, yes, 1. N plus 1, that is a data, number of data, minus we are finding the nth order divided difference, so n. So we have one such element. We can find one nth order divided difference. So please write the expression. There is no need to write the general expression because we have only one such element. So that is equal to x0 comma x1 comma x2 comma etc comma xn minus 1 comma xn. You can see that we are finding nth order divided difference. So in square bracket we have n plus 1 elements, meaning we have the given data completely inside that square bracket in order. In order means not ascending or descending, in the given order. So that is equal to first n element. First n elements means s sub last element. So we have x0 comma x1 comma etc comma xn minus 1 minus last n elements. Last n elements means s sub x0. So we have x1 comma x2 comma etc comma xn divided by first element minus last element. Is it okay, all of you? I think now it is, now you are fully not okay. I think we need some example for this. We need some calculation. So I am giving a small example. I think 5 data is sufficient, I think. Okay. So note down the data x. I am randomly giving the data. Okay. So x, y. Okay. Take 0 comma 1, say 1 comma 3, say okay 1 comma 3, then 3 comma 8, okay, then minus 1 comma 4. The last data is okay 2 comma 10. So these are the data. Okay, you can take okay, instead of 2 minus 2 comma 10. Okay, so 0 comma 1, 1 comma 3, 3 comma 8, minus 1 comma 4 minus 2 comma 10. So you are asked to find the divided difference table. So how many data are there? N plus 1 is equal to 5. So we can find up to fourth order divided difference. Up to fourth order divided difference we can find. So first we are going to find the first divided difference. So that is, the representation is xi comma xi plus 1, xi plus 1. So what is this element corresponding to 0? What is element? So corresponding to this one, we have x0, x1, x0 comma x1. Actually there is no need to write that. Okay, so x0 comma x1. So what is equal to what? Equal to this one. Go through the previous column. So 1 minus, what is the next element? 3 divided by, so always please note, numerator point of view, go through the previous column, its current value minus the next value, always. So 1 minus 3. Now if you are going through the x value, denominator point of view, you have to go through the x value. So if you are going through the x value, take the current value, current x value, that is 0. Now what we are finding? We are finding the first order divided difference. This one is the first order divided difference. So 0 minus, now first means first next element, means simply next element. So what is the next element of this 0? 1. So 0 minus 1. So 1 minus 3 divided by 0 minus 1 equal to what? 1 minus 3 divided by 0 minus 1 equal to 2, right? Okay. Now this element, now there is no need to write this expression. Slowly I am leaving this expression. Okay, what is this element? Just computation. So if you are finding this element, so what is numerator? Its current element, go through the previous column, its current element, that is 3 minus, what is next element? 8, right? 3 minus 8. So that is numerator, means current value minus next value. What about denominator? Current x, that is 1, minus the next x, that is 3. Next x, 3. So 3 minus 8 divided by 1 minus 3, right? So equal to what? Equal to, I think, 2.5, right? 2.5, okay. Now what is this element? Give me the data. Okay, so that is, so the had given data, that is 8 plus 4, 8 minus 4 divided by 3 minus 1. So 8. So if you are calculating this data, this divided difference, first order divided difference, in previous column current data is 8 minus the next data is 4 divided by, so always numerator point of view current minus next divided by, now denominator point of view current x, that is 3 minus next data is minus 1. So minus plus 1. So 8 minus 4 divided by 3 plus 1. So that is 4 by 4 equal to 1, right? Is it okay with all of you? Okay. Now we are going to find the last first order divided difference. We are finding this element. So 4, that is the current value, minus 10, that is the next element, numerator point of view. Now denominator point of view, current x, that is minus 1, minus, the next element is minus 2, so minus plus 2. So 4 minus 10 minus 6 divided by 1. So this is minus 6. Okay, very good. So now we are going to find the second order divided difference. Second order divided difference. What is the expression? Xi comma xi plus 1 comma xi plus 2, xi plus 2. Okay. So what is this element? Can anyone say that? Yes. So the numerator point of view, go through the previous column. Its current element is 2 minus its previous element is 2.5 divided by, now denominator point of view, the current x is 0. Now we must be extremely careful. We can't take the next x because we are finding the second divided difference. We have to take the second next element. What is the second next element of 0? That is 3. That is very, very important. So 2 minus 2.5 divided by 0 minus 3. What is the answer? 0.5 divided by minus 3, or minus 0.5 by 3, or minus 1 by 6. So I think it is minus 0.1, then 6. If you are using 3 significant digits, minus 0.167. Is it correct? Is it okay, all of you? Okay, very sorry. 2 minus 2.5, 0 minus, it's plus, right? Plus 0.167. Plus 0.167. So 2 minus 2.5 is minus 0.5 divided by 0 minus 3, minus 3. So minus 0.5 divided by minus 3. That is minus 1, so plus 1 by 6, that is 0.167. Okay. So here the numerator is the current value 2.5 minus the next value is 1, numerator point of view. Denominator point of view, current x is 1 minus the second next element of 1 is minus 1. So minus minus plus 1. So 2.5 minus 1, 1.5 divided by 2, that is 0.75. 0.75. Okay, very good. So now what is this element? So the numerator point of view, 1 minus 6. So that is plus 6. 1 is the current element, minus 6 the next element. 1 minus 6, 1 plus 6 divided by denominator point of view, 3 is the current x minus, then the second next x element is minus 2. So minus minus plus 2. So 7 by 5. 7 by 5 is 0.14, right? No, 7 by 5, 1.4, right? 1.4. Am I correct? Okay. So 7 by 5, 1.4. So now second divided difference is over. Please note, in first divided difference, one data is absent. Here two data are absent. Now we are going to find the third order divided difference. So we can write it as xi to xi plus 3, xi plus 3, xi to xi plus 3, xi comma up to xi plus 3. So what is this element? So this is numerator is 0.167, 0.167 minus 0.75 divided by denominator point of view 0 minus 0 is the current x element. Then we are finding the third order divided difference. So we have to find the third next element. So third next element of 0 is minus 1. So minus minus plus 1. So we have the difference between these two, that is minus 0.583. Okay, very good, all of you. Now what about the next element? The numerator is 0.75 minus the next element is 1.4 divided by denominator is the current value is 1 Now the third next element of 1 is 1, 2, 3, minus 2. So minus minus plus 2. So this is equal to minus 0.217 because it is 6, 6, it is continuing. So minus 0.217. So the remaining 3 elements are absent. Here 2 elements are absent. So here 3 elements are absent. Now the last one, because we have 5 data, so we can find up to 4th order divider difference. So find the value. So now I am not going to write the numerator and denominator, simply find the value. What is the value? So the answer is minus 0.183 minus 0.183